question, they just switch the numbers. So
okay.
we can cover just like 1 or 2 and we should be fine.
Okay, so this is 6, 5? Okay, awesome.
Okay, so número 5.
5.
Okay, so they give you again a mean and a standard deviation. What's different about this one is that they're selecting more than one thing or person. So like in this case, they're selecting 50 different homes. And the wording that they're going to use is find the probability that the mean, and then, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So you'll see this phrase, the probability that the mean, and you'll see that it's a number that's greater than 1. So that's going to tell you that it's a central limit theorem question.
Oh, okay.
Which when you think central limit theorem,
of course,
you're going to remember.
Obviously.
Okay. You're going to remember that your standard deviation, they give you a standard deviation in the question, but that's not going to be the standard deviation that you use. You're going to have to divide that standard deviation by the square root of n. And n is the amount of, you know, objects or people that they're selecting. So because it's a probability question, it's still normal CDF.
Okay.
You still need a left number, a right number, your mean, and your standard deviation. But your standard deviation will just have that extra step where you divide it by the square root of n.
Right.
So here they wanted the probability that it's greater than 1075. So when you have your little picture, the mean is 1050. So here's 1075. And they want everything greater than that. So they want everything to the right. So the 1075 would be your left number. And your right number is just some really large positive, or E99. So then you could do normal CDF, 1075. He did 2000, but
just like a big number.
Yeah, just a big number.
Big numbers.
Think big. And then your mean, which is 1050, and your standard deviation is the 218 that they gave you divided by the square root of the 50 that they're selecting.
I remember that square root thing.
Good.
I did.
Yeah. Do you want to do that one on the calculator?
Sure.
I think you can do it all in one go. So,
okay.
Second bars, number 2, 1075, E99, what's the mean? 1050, and then 218 divided by the square root of 50. So that gives you 0.2087. 0.2087.
Look at that.
So
that's
how it's done. And that's the only type of question from this section. So the other ones should be the exact same thing. Number 7 here. It's going to be the same idea, just sometimes it'll be the right side of that shader, sometimes it'll be the left side, sometimes it'll be something in between. So like number 7 on this one, they give you the mean, the standard deviation, find the probability that's 70, so this time your n is 70, will have a mean that's less than 9.1. So this time it's less than, so you're shading the left side, and they're selecting 70, so you're going to have your standard deviation, which is 1.1, divided by the square root of 70. And it's just going to be normal CDF again, because it's a probability question. And those are the only kinds of questions you'll get from that section.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, they're just going to repeat themselves after that.
All right.
So those are straightforward.
Awesome.
And that should be all of Chapter 6 on these tests.
Okay.